What if you never had to actually shop again? Seriously, imagine just telling your AI assistant, hey, get me groceries for the week, keep it under budget, and oh, find a good taco recipe. And then, poof, it just happens. The groceries just show up. This isn't some far-off sci-fi dream. It's called Agentic commerce, and it's happening right now. So let's break down what this seismic shift really means for all of us.
All right, so here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll dive into how your AI is literally about to become your personal shopper. Then we'll look at the two huge competing visions for this future: Google's open highway versus Amazon's walled garden. After that, we got to talk about the big risk for us, the consumers, and the massive challenges for small businesses. And finally, we'll wrap up with a playbook for how to actually survive in this new world.
You know, we're standing at a major fork in the road right now. Our AI assistants are graduating from being simple little helpers to becoming autonomous agents that can actually spend our money for us. And the two giants building the infrastructure for this new reality, Google and Amazon, are paving two very, very different roads.
So let's really sit with this question for a second. What actually happens when your AI does the shopping? This is so much bigger than just convenience. This completely changes how we find products, how prices are determined, and, frankly, who really holds the power in the entire world of retail.
This slide really boils it down to the two competing philosophies being built as we speak. On one side, you've got Google's vision of an open highway. That's an open technical standard that, in theory, anyone can use. And on the other side, you've got Amazon building a classic walled garden, a closed, private system designed to keep you locked inside its world.
Okay, so first up, let's talk about Google. Their entire strategy revolves around this thing called the Universal Commerce Protocol, or UCP for short.
To put it really simply, the UCP wants to be the universal language for AI shopping. Think of it like HTTP, the protocol that makes the whole web work. Well, this is supposed to be that, but just for buying stuff. It's a set of rules slated to launch in early 2026 that will let any AI agent from any company talk to and buy from any online store that follows the rules.
Now, this is the really critical part to get. This is not just a Google project. They have built a massive coalition. We're talking retail giants like Walmart and Target, e-commerce platforms like Shopify and Etsy, and even the payment processors themselves, Visa, MasterCard, you name it. It's this huge alliance that's building this open highway together.
All right, now in total contrast to that open, collaborative approach, you've got Amazon, and they are doubling down on what they do best: their walled garden strategy. Their champion in this fight? A super powerful AI assistant named Rufus.
Rufus is built to do one thing, and one thing incredibly well: keep you shopping on Amazon, period. It's a closed system that taps into Amazon's decades of customer data. Every review you've ever read, every purchase you've ever made, all of it, to give you these hyper-personalized recommendations and guide you through their jungle of a marketplace. The goal is to make sure you never even think about leaving.
So, is it working? Oh my, yes. The data is absolutely staggering. When Rufus helps with a shopping session, it has a 60% higher conversion rate. Let me put that in perspective for you. A jump like that is practically unheard of in e-commerce. It's just proof of the insane power you get from a perfectly controlled, data-rich, closed system.
So when you lay it all out like this, the battle lines become crystal clear. Google's UCP is all about an open standard, shooting for smooth operation across the entire web. Amazon's Rufus couldn't care less about the rest of the web. It's laser-focused on dominating its own platform. And this forces every single merchant out there to make a huge choice. Do you spend your resources on getting your real-time data absolutely perfect for the open highway? Or do you spend it optimizing your product descriptions for the specific AI inside Amazon's garden?
Okay, so we've got these two incredibly powerful systems being built. But what does it all mean for us? The people whose money is actually being spent here. Because with all this promise of convenience, there's also some pretty serious peril.
Let's talk specifics, because this is where it gets a little scary. Consumer watchdogs are sounding the alarm on something called surveillance pricing. I mean, imagine your AI scans your private chats, sees you've had a really bad day, and decides, they'd probably be willing to pay a few extra bucks for a comfort pizza tonight. That's a real possibility. Then there's just the sheer intimacy of an AI knowing your family's health conditions or your meal plans. And of course, brand new fraud risks, like bad actors creating bots that learn how to impersonate your AI to go on a shopping spree.
And this new world doesn't just create risks for shoppers, it puts an unbelievable amount of pressure on the small and medium-sized businesses that are just trying to compete with the giants.
I mean, look at this. For a small business that isn't already on a big platform like Shopify, just getting set up for Google's Open Highway is a massive financial hurdle. We're talking an estimated upfront cost of $15,000 to $25,000. That is a huge investment just to become compliant.
And no, that's not a one-time fee. The ongoing costs for things like API maintenance, security, and just monitoring the data can add another $3,000 to $10,000 every single year. For a lot of small businesses, those numbers are a total non-starter, which kind of pushes them toward the big platforms whether they want to go there or not.
But honestly, the cost isn't even the biggest risk. This is. In this new AI-powered world, your data has to be perfect, 100% accurate all the time. If your website says an item is in stock and it's not, an AI agent doesn't just make a note of the error. No, it might flag your entire business as unreliable. And just like that, you become invisible. It's a world of what you could call binary visibility. You're either perfect or you might as well not exist.
So after all of that, how can any business possibly survive, let alone thrive? Well, the key is a pretty radical shift in thinking. It's time for what we're calling a data-first playbook.
Okay, here's the game plan. Step 1, you have to optimize your product data for machines first, not just human eyeballs. That means it has to be structured, perfectly accurate, and in real time. 2, lean on the AI-ready platforms. Use systems like Shopify that have already done the heavy lifting to integrate with these new protocols. 3, and this is huge, build trust infrastructure. In a world full of automation, things like verifiable reviews and actual human customer support become your most powerful assets. And finally, number 4, marketing itself has to change. It's not about keywords for humans anymore. It's about agentic marketing. That means structuring all your data to directly answer the super specific questions an AI agent is going to ask. Things like, what is the exact thread count of these sheets? Or is this coffee certified ethically sourced?
And all of this brings us right back to the fundamental choice at the heart of this whole transformation. As these two completely different futures of shopping are being built around us, we're all going to have to navigate them. So the final question isn't just for businesses, it's for all of us. Which future will you be shopping in? The open highway or the walled garden? The world of commerce is changing faster than ever before. To keep up with what's next and really understand the massive forces that are shaping our future, make sure to like this explainer and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.